Alrighty then.
Welcome to Indoor Fun.
Alrighty then. I figured we do a little pool, talk a little bit about golf because golf season is about to start, and talk a little bit about bridge and maybe the what's similar to all three. Think about that for a second. All right, start with a break here. A little 9-ball. Woo wee! That 9-ball was going right into the corner. Just missed it. Anyway, let's see if I can't run this out. There's one ball. Little Czech English there. Stop. Too much spin. Come on, baby. Too much. That's okay though. Move this box out of the way. Put that box there anyway. Alright. Making it more difficult than it needs to be, but that's okay. It's alright. Finish it left-handed. There. Not a bad run out. Pretty basic break. Let me talk about golf a little bit. What's the best way to go over this? Actually, let me go get my club. All right, got my driver. PXG, moved to these, I think this will be my third year with them. Really like them. And I got a new PXG putter and a new PXG 3 hybrid. I want to talk a little bit about slicing and drawing, or I guess fading slash slicing, drawing slash hooking. Depending if you're left-handed like me or right-handed like a lot of golfers. I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit about what most people have an issue with, and that is the slice, right? And the reason for that mostly is because the average player on their takeaway, they take away from themselves on an outside path, right? So if you have an outside path, you're going to come across the ball with slice spin. Your wrist is going to be open, all right? So that's going to make your club face a little bit open on impact. It's kind of like a slice serve in tennis, like where you're coming under it. That's what happens a lot of times with golfers. And that's the left-handed view, but if you're the right-handed view, right? So it's the same idea. You're taking the club out away from you and you're coming across the ball and you're putting that spin, that slice spin on it. What you want to work on, and this is something that you can do very easily, best to do it at the driving range, is try not to go so far outwards. So for a righty, right this, or for a lefty, like this, right? Try not to go out. Try to bring your club more straight back, right? And that'll promote a more even face at impact, okay? You really want to have that club face, right, being perfectly parallel or perpendicular, I guess, to the ball, right? So it's really important to get that club face in the right position, right? And that's what happens a lot of times with a slice, is that it really happens because you go outside and you come across the ball. That puts side spin, slice spin. Now, the opposite of that is a draw, right? So if you want to draw the ball, right, you want to basically bring your club more on the inside. You want to bring it back on the inside plane, so you come across the ball with a closed face, and that'll cause that other opposite spin, the top spin. It's like running English in pool. So, you know, it promotes extra distance. When that hits the ground, it wants to continue to roll. Whereas a slice, when it hits the ground, it's almost like having backspin. It just wants to stop. So that's really important. So just for the righties as well. So, you know, you can practice going more straight back to get a nice parallel or perpendicular to the ball face, or you can come on the inside to promote more of a closed face, and that'll put the top spin that you want. Anyway, I don't know if that helps. It's kind of like in tennis, you know, your overhand serve, that gives you your top spin, and in pool, that top English gives you your running English. Anyway, let's play another game of pool. Chances I break and run a second time in a row. I don't know. Let's find out. Well, I didn't make a ball that time, but I can still run it. Little carom shot. Oh, let me see. Maybe I'll just do this. No, don't you scratch. I was trying to put reverse English and have it come off this rail and that rail like that. So let's just pretend that happened. Thing about pool, not going to make every shot. Well, that was a mess up. But with every screw up, there's a possibility of making another shot. Let's see. Oh, come on. That actually, I was trying for the 5-9 combination down here. See if I can make it. Nope. Too much spin. Too much spin here. Oh, come on. Nah. Ah, what a screw up. There. 3 strikes, you're out in this game. All right, let's try another one. That combo would have been pretty cool though if I made it. Yeah, so I'll get the analogy of golf. pool, tennis even. Now bridge, why did I say that about bridge? What does bridge have to do with anything? To do with pool and golf? Well, like golf, I always consider golf as a one step forward, two steps back kind of sport. Every time you learn something new, you get better, but then you get worse. Over time, it's like the stock market. You get better and better and better and better. But along the way, you go one step, two step back. Then you slowly get back to where you were, and then you go up, and then you go two steps because you learn something new. And what happens is you go out in the course and you try to do it on the course, and you totally mess up. So, you learn how to hit a draw for the first time, and all of a sudden you're like, every time you're trying to hit this draw, and you double cross, and you end up shanking and hitting these horrible shots, right? So you go from shooting okay to shooting horrible. My golf journey has been, well, I started when I was really young. So back then we had handicap cards, and I was shooting, when I first started shooting, 110, 120, and I got all the way to to almost shooting par. I've broke par before, quite a few times now. Handicap down to 5, which is pretty good. I don't play very much. If I played more, it would be better. But my whole journey has been like that. It's been like 110 to shooting 100 to breaking 100 for the first time, learning something new, and then having a hard time breaking it, and then breaking it again, then breaking 90, then breaking 80. That was the hardest one, breaking 80. And then under par, that was as difficult. But I think breaking 80 to me was the most difficult obstacle. But bridge, so why what does it have to do with anything, right? It has to do a lot with, there's so much to learn when you're playing bridge. It's crazy. And every time you learn something new, you try to implement it, but you implement it in the wrong way because you don't fully understand it, right? So you learn how to do a finesse, and you're like, you get it and it works, and you're like, yes. And then next thing you know, you're trying to do it all the time, but you're doing it in the wrong times. You're losing. Then your opponents, they can just run 4 or 5 cards of another suit. So especially in no trump, so you got to be really careful with bridge. It's the same thing. My bridge journey is new, right? I started playing in January, right? We're here at the end of April, and I've gone through all the books, and I've done all kinds of online, and I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to see the patterns, but every once in a while, I still make those mistakes. And it's like, oh, and you catch yourself, and you're like, darn it, I told myself I wouldn't do that again. But it's a journey. It's going to take time, just like anything else. And I'm really liking it. It's a lot of fun. It's a very mental game. Like, you really have to be thinking, right? So you have to come up with your plan, and then you just got to follow it. The problem is sometimes things change, right? The distribution of the cards, and all of a sudden those guys, might have a void or a singleton or a doubleton, and it kind of messes up with you because you're expecting maybe a 4-3 split, and all of a sudden it's a a 6-1 split. So you're like, oh no, what do I do? And then you got to kind of change direction. So it's fun though. So that was kind of my analogy of pool and golf, and now golf with bridge. It's a journey. You're going to start here. You will get here as long as you continue, or here, and you will get here. It takes time, right? So if you're a golfer and you're struggling, just practice, right? Go out, practice, work on that. Like, if you're a slice golfer, work on making sure you don't bring that club so much to the outside. That will really cause that tendency to slice the ball, right? That club face that's open. So you really want to kind of work on that. I've struggled with various parts of my golf game. Takes time, takes practice. If you have somebody who's really good, you can work with them, or a local professional will really be able to help you with that. You can videotape your own swing nowadays, because everyone has an iPhone, and then you can play it back in slow-mo, and you can actually see exactly what's going on. So that's another thing you can do. Anyway, let's play another game here, and hopefully I don't scratch. Darn it. That was a good break, except for that scratch on the side. Oh well. Okay. One ball. When I get my new bumpers, my new rails, and my new cloth, you know, I'll be a better position right there. My rails are a little dead. I should have been perfectly square on this. Anyway, I should know because I should know my table a little better, but oh well, that's the way it goes. Ah, hit it too hard. Well, that's just the way it goes, I guess. I got an idea. All right, I'm gonna have a fun game. I'm gonna play myself right hand against left hand. So I'm going to basically I'll play right-handed on the break, and then if I miss, I'll play left and try to run out with my left hand. Gotta have a little fun. It's good practice too. Where did I put that one ball? It's up here, is it? Yeah, right there. Alrighty, then I'm back. Wow, that was really weird. I ran out of memory on my phone. I've been deleting all of these videos, deleting, but I guess they were in the trash. So I had 87 gig of videos in the trash. Anyway, I've undone that. So let's break here, and then we'll do the right hand against left hand. See how it goes. Oh, there's that scratch again. I got to just slightly off there. I better work on my break a little. Okay, lefty. Ooh, all right. Well, I'm a little out of practice, but this is how you get good. Don't hook yourself. Ah. No. Now I'm back to righty. All right, let's see if righty can beat lefty. Come on. Little touch action. Man, if I would normally bank this ball, but my rubbers are a little off. So I'll just play a little check. Oof, yeah, I didn't really want to get out here, but that's all right. Whoa, that's not going to be easy. Well, glad I'm not doing this left-handed. This would be a hard shot. Ooh. Oh, well, it is 9-ball, so we can just play safe. My left-hand guy won't like this too much. Oh, I didn't get around it. Maybe my left-hand guy can hook my other guy. No, I didn't get around that either. Whoa! I gotta work on my safety play. Although that might, oh, I haven't done a left-handed jump shot in a while. I don't know if I can do it. Nope. Foul. Just touch that 8-ball. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Come on. Go. There we go. Well, clearly I need some practice. I need to practice my left-handed shots. I need to practice my safety shots. And I need to practice my break so I don't scratch in the side. Anyway, haven't really been playing much pool. Looking forward to getting the table redone. Not sure if I'm going to do it this summer or wait and do it in the fall. Anyway, let me rack one more here and see if I can't break and run for some fun. Some indoor fun. Not gonna break. I'm not gonna scratch this time though. Whew, that was a tough cut. Didn't leave myself much, but maybe I can just make that combo. Come on. There you go. Well, it's not getting any easier. I might be able to double kiss this in. This is kind of an interesting shot. I'm gonna try it. Double kiss in. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm gonna find out here. I got the double kiss, but didn't go forward. Wow. Let's have some fun with this shot. Let's have some fun. Ha! Don't you dare scratch. That was a great shot. Oh, except for this leave is tough. I'm going to play safe. Actually, I'm going to do a two-way shot. If it goes in the side, awesome. If not, it'll go up the table and I'll be behind the 9. No, I didn't get behind the 9. Darn it. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just go like this. Well, this game has not been very good to me, but that's okay. Come on. Making it a lot harder than it needs to be. Come on. There we go. Stop. Oh, I missed it. Well, well, well. Let's just say lefty's going to play. And win. Ha! That was fun. Anyway, hopefully the my analogies between the pool and golf and bridge make sense, and this video was interesting and fun to watch. See ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.